Hello everyone, and welcome to our tutorial today with the Putnam County District Library. I'm Addie, and today I'm going to be talking to you about phishing scams. So I always like to add this disclaimer in when I begin one of these videos. Even if you do all of the things I mention in today's video, you could still get hacked or fall prey to phishing scams. The same is true for me. The risk is never gone completely. Scammers are always updating their tactics, so try to remain vigilant and get in the habit of being cautious during all online activity. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be talking about phishing today. So what is phishing? Phishing, spelled Phishing, phishing. Phishing can come in many forms: in the mail, via text, phone calls, and or copycat websites and emails, all pretending to be a legitimate business or organization but are actually not legitimate. Phishing can be thought of as posing. Scammers usually disguise themselves as a reputable business or organization. There are thousands of phishing attacks being launched each day, so it's pretty scary out there. What is the goal of phishing? To gain access to the following: your account username or usernames, passwords, social security number, in order to gain access to your email, bank accounts, and other accounts. They also will sometimes try to request a payment from you, often in the form of gift cards or money orders. So that's a big red flag right there. If anybody requests money from you in the form of a gift card or a money order, I would, be wary. That's probably not legitimate. So how do you recognize phishing? Phishing emails and text messages are very good at looking legitimate, meaning that they look like they're coming from a company that you know and trust: your bank, your credit card company, an online payment website, an online store, or even a government entity like the IRS. Phishing emails often tell you a story. They have a story to trick you into clicking a link, opening an attachment, or divulging information, or paying money. Like I said, very often through the use of gift cards or money orders. So the following list are all stories that a phishing email might give you. You have suspicious activity on your account. There is a problem with your account or your payment information, and you must click on a link to log in and fix the problem. You must confirm personal information to prove that it's you. They may include a fake invoice. They may have you click on a link to make an often overdue payment. And they may say that you're eligible to register for a government refund. These are just some examples of phishing scams. There are many, many more out there. Those are the really common ones that I found in some of my research about phishing scams. So, how do you protect yourself? Well, number one, ask yourself, do I have an account with the company sending the email, or do I know the person who contacted me? If the answer is no, I don't have an account with them, it's probably a phishing scam. If the answer is yes, contact the company using a phone number or the website that you know is legitimate. Do not click on any links in your email from this company sending you this email. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, be aware of unusual levels of urgency in emails. Urgent language manipulates victims into making quick, fearful action in order to fix the situation. Take a deep breath, wait 5 minutes, and then read the email again very carefully. So if you see an urgent message, just take 5 minutes. 5 more minutes are not going to make that much difference. Go back and read it again and see if it still seems as scary and legitimate to you as it did the first time. Number three, never click on links that are included in email messages. Make it a habit to open a new tab in your web browser and type in the URL or the web address of the website that you are wanting to visit. So if you get an email that's saying it's from Netflix or Hulu or something like that, and they have a link that they want you to click on, go to the website and type in Hulu.com or Netflix.com and try to see if the same message is there when you log into your account. Do not click on links from an email, even if it seems legitimate. They are very good at faking legit emails. Okay, type in the URL yourself. Do not click on the link in the email. Okay, number 4, take time to look at emails closely. Most scammers actually take advantage of how busy we all are. Okay, we scan through our emails really fast, click, click, delete, delete. Sometimes we open things up and we think it's legitimate just because we've read it really fast. We've just skimmed it. The scammers are taking advantage of that. So look closely at your emails, especially if it has some of that urgent language I mentioned earlier. Okay, never assume that the email is from a legitimate source. Do not trust it. Never assume legitimacy. Be very, very cautious, always, like I said at the beginning. One thing to always notice is the greeting. It'll say, Dear Addie or Dear User. Are they using your actual name that they may have from your actual account? Or is it just a generic greeting like Dear User? If it's generic, that's a red flag. Okay? Don't click on the link if they give you one. Go in to a new tab in your web browser, type in whatever the website address is, and go into your account that way. Okay? Check the greeting. Scammers often use a very generic greeting. Okay, number 7. Notice the sender's email address. Check the spelling of their email address. Look at it closely. Are there any discrepancies? Are there any letters that don't belong, or maybe the spelling is different? Definitely, you can always compare it to previous messages from the same company. Most of the time, I'll use Netflix as an example here. A lot of the time, they're going to send you emails that are just advertisements or, notifications of something new coming out or whatever. They're not sending you emails about your account specifically. So if you're getting those advertising emails, double check that the email, if there's an urgent email, double check that that email address from them is the same as the email address or similar to the email address that they're sending those advertising emails from. Okay, compare email addresses of the sender and make sure that there's nothing weird in there. The spelling seems legitimate. There's no funky stuff in there. Number 8, if the sender claims to be your bank, know this. No legitimate bank is going to include a form within an email that they send to you. If you receive an email requesting information from your bank, call your bank directly and speak to someone. Okay? Banks don't randomly send forms or requests via email. So if you're getting a request for updated information or a form that you need to fill out and send back, especially if it's asking for vital information like your social security number or your account number, do not send any of that back to them. Call your bank and double check that that is a thing, because it's probably not. And last but not least, if a government entity is trying to contact you via email, it's very likely a scam, because the IRS, a lot of the other government entities, still send notices the old-fashioned way through snail mail. They're not emailing you with notices that your account or something is off. That's probably not legitimate, and you can always call, for example, the IRS. You can always call their hotline or their helpline and tell them that you got an email from them and find out if it's legitimate or not. Like I said, caution is your best defense. Okay, so I'm going to include at the end of this video my resources that I found to get some of this information. I appreciate you watching and hope you all have a good day. Thank you. Goodbye.